And welcome to the Pastimes. It's a podcast. Someone's doing it. Finally, you know what we do. Each week here, we go through this is the intro. We go through a newspaper from a random date in history. Picked out by none other than Dave Anthony. I, Gareth Reynolds, have never seen it, and neither has this week's guest, the great Gianmarco Soresi, but it's great. It's fine. I was nervous about that.
No. You did great. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. And you have a great podcast.
I do a really great Italian accent.
Do not do it on this show. Do not ask him to do it, Gianmarco. No. No.
It's a spicy meatball, huh?
Oh, wow. And that's what we talk about.
Yeah.
You nailed the whole thing.
Yeah. It's such a shame. That's
Did you only do this podcast so you can go back to newspapers where people are still racist against Italians?
Yes.
And you're like, that's my jam.
And others. What is that? It's a spicy meatball.
Is this awkward for everybody?
On a gondola? That's a meatball on a gondola.
Jesus Christ.
That is brutal. Someday that will be a problem. That will be like when they find someone had an attic of like that kind of stuff, and they'll be like, they should not be on the Supreme Court then.
Dave's running for Senate, and that picture kills it.
That's a minor league ball club hat. I don't remember.
Jesus Christ! And they're the spicy meatballs.
Yeah.
This is some crazy shit.
Look, it's all terrible. Everything. America's terrible.
It feels like you're being very rude to the company. We have a guest, and you're jumping right into this.
I'm trying to relate.
Listen, it's better to make fun of the Italian side than the Jewish side. I mean, I would not want to see that hat, whatever that might be.
I think, Dave, throw on the Jewish thing you wear. We didn't know. Do it. So, Gianmarco, your podcast, The Downside, is great. Everyone should give a listen. I think our audiences have a very similar philosophies politically.
Yeah.
And then you're going on tour. You're brave enough to leave the country and try to come back. Where can people get information on that? Your European tour dates or any of your tour dates?
Or as we're calling it, the final tour.
The final tour.
The last lead.
Anywhere on social media, that's my name, Gianmarco Soresi, and I'll be, London, Italy, Germany, Amsterdam, all that stuff.
Oh wow, and you're doing all of Europe.
Well, if you're going to do it,
a month and a week, yeah.
Oh
wow,
yeah. Because otherwise, you don't know. I think once Hassan Piker got sort of detained and held, it was like, oh fuck, they really don't care. Like they don't care how well known the person is. I think you're going to be fine. I don't care what Dave says. Dave,
I was surprised that Sammy
Hagar
Obaid got through with no question. Like he just.
Oh really?
Yeah, well, I was very surprised by that.
I think it's a sign of like how far you've gotten. If you don't get stopped, I'd be offended. I'd be like, do you not know my work? Let me pull up some of these reels. You should not let me back in.
It's so funny to be pitching yourself for detaining. Sir, I'm very vocal. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this old newspaper. Dave's picked it out. You and I have had no prep. We like to guess what year this paper could be from. It could be from as early as the 1600s, but probably not, because then it's like a lot of warlock stuff. It could be the 90s, for fuck's sake. Who knows?
Oh.
So as the guest, you're allowed to guess first. Winner gets nothing. Dave has started to weaponize this part of the show to make it so the guest always wins. So it really doesn't matter if you're off or not.
Oh.
Don't listen to him.
So go ahead.
By the way, he's in. It looks like a sauce. He looks like he's in a sauce. The little
right.
Yeah,
he's
in
a gondola,
like a spaghetti sauce.
He's in a sauce canal.
Yeah.
It gets worse. The more details, the more offensive. If you look in the sauce, there's a mobster who's sleeping with the fishes. Like,
show him the back where you can grate Parmesan on the hat.
What you want to see?
But go ahead, Gianmarco. What do you think?
Oh, I'm truly guessing sight unseen.
A year, sight unseen. Jesus
oh my
Christ,
God!
Stop! What are you doing?
You have so many.
Please stop. Do you play for the team?
I bought the jacket. I bought the hat. I bought the bedspreads. I bought the drapes. No, I just I think it's important for me to wear it around Gareth to upset him.
I mean, I just find the accent offensive, and I'm Welsh, so
yeah,
I can only imagine how this feels for you.
I'm gonna guess 1843.
It's a great guess.
It's a good guess. Gareth's probably gonna be wrong.
1895.
No, it's 1890. So you lose because what was yours? 1843. That was under. So you
under.
Yep. So you
under
won.
wins.
Congratulations.
It's like blackjack. You went over. You lost.
We've never discussed the rules. I've been under and close. It's really there's not. It's like a game that's never been invented and wouldn't be invented or called a game.
Well, it's May. So May rules. March 4th, 1890. That's a Tuesday. Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Ooh.
Which no one has a connection to here. Where are you from?
Potomac, Maryland.
Beautiful.
Kind of the same thing to me. Two M states.
That's true.
Way to go.
I'm just trying to make a connection.
Good with puzzles, huh? Yeah.
Michigan. Where's Michigan? A little north.
It's mid.
To me, it's East Coast. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. And you guys, there's water. There's water.
I do gigs in Detroit, and I've gone there to Canada's right there, and I did something there. That's all I know.
Yeah. I'm from Wisconsin. It's pretty much the middle, so it's a little. It's further east than you guessed, but it's no, it's not. It's middle, Midwest. Yeah. Call it. Actually, Midwest is the term. So anyway,
it's the Kalamazoo Gazette. Gareth, where's Kalamazoo in relation to like Detroit? You're left. You're from the Midwest. Is it left?
Yep.
Hey. Hazed professors.
Hazed. Okay.
It's not something that happens. Professors don't get hazed.
Yeah. Man. How much better
we should. We're kind of doing it now. A score or more of the students at the Kalamazoo Baptist College. Baptist
hazing.
They're a problem.
Yeah. You give them a swirly in the holy water.
Did I ever tell you the Craig Anton story? Craig Anton, comedian, he stopped doing comedy, but he was very funny. And he was very, very popular at one point. He was like the biggest college touring comedian. And he goes to a Baptist college and they say, hey, no swearing. If you swear, we will immediately end the show. And Craig starts his show the exact same way, every single show. He walks on stage and goes, how the hell are you? Lights off.
Wow.
Curtain down.
Wow. Oh, my God. That's amazing.
To make the trip. He's in the green room like an hour before.
He was like, I still got paid. Like,
he did?
He still got paid. My God.
Genius move. That's awesome.
So good. A score or more of the students at the Kalamazoo Baptist College, when they came to their senses, if they have any, so already we're not on the side of the students.
This is an editorial, yeah.
Yeah. Just the facts, please.
Yeah.
Will find themselves in a peck of trouble. A number at various times have shown a disposition to be smart, and smarts.
Right.
In quotation marks, meaning they're not, if you guys understand quotation marks. But it took no decided form until late Saturday night. At that time, Professors Ferry and Trowbridge of the college faculty were late in keeping the engagement to dine with one of the students.
That's shady.
Mr. Des Hotels. I don't trust that name.
Okay.
Later, Mr. Des Hotels and Miss Sabin called on the professors at their room on Locust Street and invited them up to the dormitory for a call.
Trap. Hazing trap.
So, yeah, that's weird, right? It's already weird.
Yes.
They made the call and on their way home stopped into Mr. Attell's room in the boys' building. They had been there but a short time when the door suddenly opened, and the two young college professors were considerably frightened at the white cap scene which met their eyes. Well, that's white caps.
What does that mean?
That's the Klan to me.
No,
I think it might be. No, the Klan's around. Well, white cap.
That is a hell of a break. Hey, we're in the Klan. Hey, the Baptist professors definitely thought this was going to be sex.
I could see they said they're like no Klan at school, and they were like, "We're not the Klan.
Yeah.
We're the White Caps. We're the WC."
Yeah, Klan Junior.
There were 20 masked boys who quietly made a rush and bound their hands and blindfolded them.
This is leaving prank territory into kidnapping territory at quite a pace.
This is what they do before stuff. A lynching. Yeah. Hey, we're going to murder you.
This is the pre-cum of a lynching. Yes.
A solemn march led them over the hill west of the Montaignehomme Cemetery.
What the fuck? Why is this being framed as hazing when it is a buried alive situation? It was a goof.
They called a halt when in the middle of a cornfield. The professors then had their feet bound and they were left to freeze for all the cunning young men who were in for some sport, which may have proved serious, seem to care. So they left them.
It's attempted murder.
It is 100% an attempted murder. Question.
Well, what month is this? This is it's March, May. So it's fucking cold. It's going to be cold in Michigan.
Back then,
March. Yeah.
So the hazing was that they coerced them into the room. As soon as they got there, they were in white caps. They bound them, they blindfolded them, and then they eventually left them in a field.
Tied with their feet tied, so they couldn't bound,
right.
Get up.
20 of them. That's a lot.
20 of them. Yep. Absolutely. That is a mob. That's a legal mob. But that is a tiki group.
Did you guys not do this in college?
I don't believe I did. No.
I don't not to the teachers. My God. I mean, to my friends, to the freshmen. Sure.
I killed 5 freshmen in a field. Yeah. But no, there was a line.
Yeah, I get it. All right. The professors were not injured, but were thoroughly chilled. They worked hard and patiently to secure their release. So they're just like chewing on each other's ropes. Finally, Mr. Trowbridge secured his knife and liberated himself and the unfortunate fellow sufferer. They were both mad.
Yeah. Yeah, their lives were almost taken. Yeah, I'd be rubbed.
Especially because it's students. It's like you're supposed to be treated with respect as the professor.
Yeah. Did every teacher have a knife on them back then? Because this was happening frequently.
They did just say he secured his knife as if they all. Yeah, of course he had a knife.
Well, it's how we manage school shootings now. It's like we just got to arm the teachers to make sure that we can, nip these in the bud. So, yeah.
They could not see where the joke came in.
Oh, but good Lord, those old biddies.
So the professors don't have a sense of humor.
Honestly, it's funny.
Yeah.
You're bound.
But they quietly sought the seclusion of their room and spent the greater part of the night in deep meditation. So they were just
what a way to frame trauma. They were meditative.
The plan of action was decided upon. Mr. Trowbridge was at his post as usual yesterday and taught his classes, while Mr. Ferry made complaint to the sheriff requesting the arrest of the unknown parties. He did not know any of them. Yeah, because they had Klan hoods on.
Sure,
that's how the Klan thing works. You're hiding.
So smart about their little plan.
Yeah. Sheriff Dix advised them to lay the matter before the college faculty, as there did not seem to be a case, even were the parties known. Wait, there's not a case? They were kidnapped and left in a field. I don't know, guys. It seems fine.
It's hazing.
So run it by me again, because I'm not really seeing the crime that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So 20 guys came in hoods, and they
bound us, gagged us, left us in a field to die. We got. But
they didn't slit your throat.
No, that part did not actually. No, because we're here. So obviously,
yeah. My deputy brings up a really good point. So let me ask you this: do you fellas have a sense of humor?
It's fair, and we are Baptist professors, so it's a fair indictment.
Well, one of us did hell die. Out of here.
Curtain down.
Deputy Sheriff Smith went into the college, and his presence there created not a little commotion. The boys agreed to give away the participants. Oh, fucking quick stitch!
Fucking
quick.
There's 20 of them. That's too many.
Yeah.
I got in trouble at school once, and it was so many of us. We all got a lighter punishment because we would hurt their college admissions. It was in high school. Yeah. I tricked a teacher into coming to my house, and 20 of us were wearing white caps. And
hey, this is very. Were you listening to the story? Because this is very similar.
This is back in 1890. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, wow. Now, then that's fine.
You look good. Yeah.
Thank you.
God damn. Yeah, it is true though. If there's 20, you're like, well, fuck.
No, truly. I mean, it was a private high school, so it was like 100 people each grade, and it was like 50 of us. Theater, we got drunk high after taking down the set, and it was like you can't suspend all of us. It would be disastrous.
Yep. Disastrous in what way? For like the theater program, or there just wasn't enough room?
Certainly, if I'm not there, Little Shop's not going to be as good that year.
Very true.
But secondly, it's for their college admissions. Their whole thing is how many kids get into Harvard, how many kids get into this.
Right.
Precedent to set too.
I think there's some issues with the academia, if I might say.
I would guess.
Well, that my son's baseball team. On the varsity team, they just took one of the players' bats and they spray painted it white, and then they painted a dick on it. And the coach was like, whoever did this, I'm suspending you. Like, you're not going to play in the playoff game. But then he found out like a bunch of them did it. And now it's just like, wow, I mean, boys will be boys.
How many boys did it take to spray paint one dick? Were they each... How many? I got the left ball. I have the veins.
More notes? Yeah, these few guys have notes too. The foreskin's a little clunchy.
Guy comes in with hair. Okay.
Yeah.
I assume there were balls. It probably wasn't just a dick. It probably had balls, right?
It's interesting.
There is a video. Apparently they took a video.
By the way.
There's a video
of the dick being constructed?
Of course they took a video. They all take videos of their crimes these days.
These kids now, it's all evidence.
Was your son involved?
No.
To your knowledge.
He wasn't there. He's not on. He's on the JV team. He's not on the varsity team. So
what better way to get him with the older guys than be involved in the dick construction, though?
But he enjoyed it because nobody likes the guy who's bout.
Sure,
he's a dick.
You're revealing so much about your child's base, but this is entering Brendan Schaub levels of specificity. So I'd move carefully.
That is the craziest baseball thing. It makes me want to go to
show.
I don't think I know the Brendan Schaub baseball story. I've consumed all of his work, so I'm surprised.
I'm afraid you're a little behind if you consider yourself a cat.
He just went on his podcast and said how his son, who's 9, was pitching against quote a fat kid, and he told his son that he can't get a hit off of him because fat people are slow.
Well, to be fair, he really hammered this fat kid for a long time. Like, and you're just like, well, someone's gonna, you know what I mean? Like, other people probably listen to CT, the podcast, and are gonna pick up on the fact that this kid's on your son against your son.
Yeah, people are gonna know. And then he also let it be known that he yells so much that he has to sit out in left field now. He doesn't sit with the other parents because he's such a dick.
I'm going to start going to these games.
I know where the league is. I know exactly where it is.
You've got to.
I so want to go.
You've got to start a web series about going to watch baseball games with Shav. That is your final form.
And then you're going to come back and be like, let me tell you, this kid, he was, I mean, it's, you can't not talk about it.
It is time for baby Ozempic. This kid he's a fat fuck. And by the way, Shav's pretty cool.
He's a pretty cool guy.
We painted the kid's bat to be a dick.
Yeah, so he's the worst parent category. So the boys agreed to give away the participants on condition that the college faculty handled the case instead of the courts. All right, okay.
Good move.
By the way, the sheriff already tapped out, but sure.
Well, cops and Klan.
Yeah. They will appear before the faculty to answer for their fun. What action the faculty will take is not known.
The writer of this article is so pro the mob.
It feels like the writer is bitter that he was left out. Like he was 21 and they said, oh, we ran out of caps. It's just like these smart kids. It sounds like fun, though.
This group of geniuses just nailed it. He almost killed two people. Like, two people should have died.
Yeah. In some colleges, such indignities heaped on a member of the faculty would be severe, no matter how harmless the fun. The boys say, however, that the two professors thus stolen are popular with the students, and no idea of humiliating them was intended. This is what they do to the guys they like.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, it does sound fun. And to be fair, that does sound fun.
Yeah, it sounds like if you didn't murder them, you do that to a teacher that you were like,
hey,
Mr. Cutler, you are
binding your feet, you old scamp.
So that's the end of that story. I wish I knew how it turned out, but sometimes we don't know.
Hazing's different now.
Yeah. Another successful operation.
It's really tells you a lot about the times.
1890. This was the second one, second successful operation.
Miss E.S. Bissell.
Like when you finish the surgery, you're like, holy fuck. She's going to pull through.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Miss E.S. Bissell, 714 Village Street, has had a tumor for 16 years.
They put the address of every participant in every article in the paper.
Up until the 70s.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They literally were just like, yeah, go kill him if you want. Anyway, here he was. And like every woman, they're like, good tits, nice eyes, big ass.
Yeah. Any woman they put in the paper, like 9 dudes would write to her and go, I want to be your husband now.
Yeah. No, every guy that would be like, he wears big glasses, and every woman would be like, little dumpy, I'd do her. Anyway,
they'd be like, this tumor is big, guys. This is a big tumor. You find one more tumor, you could tumor fuck this.
Yeah.
Hey, where are your tumors, young lady?
Yeah.
Is that a tumor, or you just have 3 tits?
Excuse me, sir?
Sorry, that's my pickup line.
I'm like trying to think of one that's trying to do some cancer pickup stuff. It's kind of difficult. It's an odd needle to thread.
She had a tumor for 16 years, which had grown to an enormous size, measuring 10 inches in diameter, and had 23 separate and distinct roots. Some of which are as large around as a lady's wrist. Well, this is
what?
I can't even.
How many roots? I didn't know tumors had roots.
I didn't either.
23. I didn't either.
I think as a lady, she's put her down. This is too much for the 1890.
Oh my god! Roots like a potato that you left out, just spudding.
How many eyes did it have?
Yeah, the tumor was. I'm sorry.
Hello, I'm Frank.
Let me live. Wow.
Dr. Wilbur removed it, being assisted by his wife. This is all crazy. Like,
no, you want your
wife's in there with you?
Yeah.
Like, what about an actual assistant that, like, hey, Gladys, come in here. We got to take this tumor out.
No, I want your wife there.
It looks like an immense crab.
Oh, fuck me. That's not good doctor stuff. It looks like
It looks like an immense crab. Is that serious?
Yes.
It says crab?
Yeah. Crab.
It looks like an immense crab?
Crab.
Oh, crab. Oh, I thought it looked like an immense crab.
Oh my God!
Jesus Christ!
This is crab.
This isn't a tumor.
Holy shit! This lady, it's just poop.
Oh God! We went in the wrong way.
Look at the size of this ass tumor. Look at all these roots. Now, because you heard crap, it really does steal the valor of crab, which is also
crab is still pretty bad too. Yeah,
crab is worse.
Crap would be better, obviously.
I'd rather have a crap in me than a crab.
But imagine a doctor being like, "Look, it looks like a crab." You're like, "Doctor, focus."
You're like, "No, see it. Look at it. Come here. Bring the monitor."
Here, give me the cracky things. I'm gonna eat one of the arms.
Yeah, start boiling the pot.
There we go.
It looks like an immense crab with 23 legs stretched out in different directions.
Well, then that's not a crab. That's crazy then.
That is also
It looks like a giraffe, but with 8 short necks instead of one long one. Then maybe that's the wrong animal to go with.
I think that's fair. I've never seen it. That is fair. I've never seen a crab.
Did he put a gun to his head and said, "You have to think of an animal that it looks like"? And he's like, "Oh, 28 legs. It's not a centipede, so I guess I got to go with crab."
It's like a crab. A cancer crab.
It looks like a crab with a tumor.
Yeah.
Anyone can see the monster tumor by calling at her residence as she has it preserved in a large jar.
Oh, fuck. Come on. What?
That was in me.
And you gave her a dress, and it's 1890, so many people are like, this is the greatest thing that'll happen this month.
You want to prove it looks like a crab? Put it in a crab tank and see if someone picks it for the restaurant that night. Yeah. I'll have that. I'll have the one with 28 legs. That looks good.
Put it with
the doctor goes, "I knew it. I told you."
Look at that, huh? It fits right in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of these is a tumor. I want you to pick it out of this crab lineup.
I'd pay to see the tumor. I mean, that's again probably didn't have insurance. This is how you made your money back then, back from the surgery.
Was it for money? It was. She was charging people to see it.
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say, but I would.
It depends. I would too, but I don't know if it's just the sort of thing where you're just kind of, a neighbor.
It just seems like a lot of people would always just knock on the door to see the tumor at weird hours. Like you get drunk at the pub and then
If I was walking by a residence, I'm just trying to think, and someone said, "Hey, I just had a tumor removed. It's got 28 legs, kind of looks like a crab.
Yeah.
How much would you pay?" And I had a $5 on me. I could see being like, okay, I'll see it. And $5 back then would have been $1 million.
It was $1 million. I would pay 20 in today's money.
Really?
If I was walking by and someone was like, "Hey, this lady's got the fucking craziest tumor,"
I might pay a lot for that.
Like, right. And like you said, if I had a couple pops, I'd be like, "Yeah, right. Let's go check out this weird lady's fucking jar crap."
I knew this. Well, when I was doing open mics, she was probably like 23 or something, and she was really skinny, and they took like a 10-pound tumor out of her. And she was like, she just started getting a little bump in her stomach, and she's like, "Oh," and she went to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, no, you got a tumor." Like, I couldn't believe a 10-pound tumor is crazy to take out of someone.
Oh, they'll hide. Skinny. They're sneaky. Those tumors are real. That's part of the whole, Dave. Part of the whole issue with them is just how they can camouflage themselves inside of your body. You can't tell. That's a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does it grow? I guess it grows long and slender.
I don't think you're allowed to say the things you're saying, to be quite honest. I think you've got to be very careful. And
the way that you visualize that woman, she was a tube.
Yeah, honestly. From Popeye is how you picture most women.
Yeah.
I think she's got to worry less about the tumor, more about the lack of rib bones that she seems to possess.
She's like hot dog shaped.
Yeah. Nope. You just take the tumor out and it's like, oh, that wasn't a woman at all. It was a tumor in full disguise.
He was running the school. One day last week, Miss Kitty Brainerd, a teacher in the Oneida school. Oneida?
Yeah, the Indians.
But it was also a culty like thing.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I don't think we'd appropriate cults in that way.
Attempted to chastise a big boy who had.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's weird.
It's like how Trump was described. You hear how Trump was describing his fat friend with the Ozempic? That was what he was doing. He was just
big boy.
Oh yeah.
It was
he
like
said he took the fat shots. He took those fat shots, and I'm like, they're not working.
Yeah, he's just like, because if his friend heard it, he'd be like, Jesus, dude, I'm trying to be like, he's a big fat fuck. And he's taking the shots.
Attempted to chastise a big boy who had occasioned her much trouble. The boy showed fight and was getting the best of the teacher when the principal, Andy Brown, a recent graduate of Knox College, appeared on the scene. He seized the unruly youth by the collar and, taking the rawhide from the teacher's hand, administered a thrashing that the boy is not likely to forget.
Okay, abuse. Complete abuse.
It was legal then. Just what you did. It's still legal in some states.
Were papers back then like more like it feels like there's like a moralistic like, and he got a punishment that surely will make young men take a second thought before they stand up to their teachers again. Like there's kind of this tone of like paternalistic morals.
Yeah, there's a lot of dudes who started papers so they could like chastise people or get their takes. They're all doing takes.
That's so good.
As opposed to today's objective media. That lays out the facts.
Yep, facts, and that's it. Nothing but the facts.
You decide.
And all the facts, not just selected facts.
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
Isn't that Fox's? I feel like the more a channel says we're nothing but the facts, the more full of shit they are. Yeah, that's Fox's. Like, we're just the facts here.
I remember in high school when I was talking to a friend of mine's mother, and she goes, well, I watch Fox News because it's fair and balanced. And
that's
I was like,
it, fair and balanced.
No. I was like, but that's literally saying.
That's the slogan.
It's like, I was like, I like Pepsi. It's the choice of a new generation. That's why I drink that. I like Gatorade because is it in you?
How's your McDonald's?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
I like it because I'm loving it.
I like it. Yeah. It's pretty good. You miss it. Not bad.
When the boy went home at noon, he told his father, Isaac Rucker, how he had been whipped. Rucker at once hastened to the schoolhouse, announcing his determination to whip Brown.
I like that.
I mean, I get it.
That's a dad. That's a dad.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Go beat the shit out of your teacher the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as he entered the room, he made a rush for the principal, who promptly knocked him down. Okay, so that didn't work.
Well, didn't think about that part.
Don't worry, son. I got it.
Now, it's so much worse to have a principal beat the shit out of your dad, too. It's like, now you're like, oh, 2 generations got whipped.
Rucker rose to his feet and again rushed Brown with the same result.
Wow.
This is bad.
So your dad's just weak.
So bad. Yeah.
His principal is just, he's pretty awesome.
He rose again, but concluded he'd had enough and hastily beat a retreat. This is just the next day at school for the big boy was rough.
When your dad comes home severely beaten from the principal, you've got to lie. You can't be like, he's really good at beating.
I feel like teachers should get to hit one student every year.
I agree.
I think it would, it's not good, but like, can you imagine if you had a teacher hit a student, you'd be like, I'm never fucking around.
I'm never
fucking around.
I agree. Ever. And as someone who hated attending school, to be there for the one day to watch the kid get beaten would also be, I mean, you'd be like, it's like, when teacher would put on a film, you'd be like, today will be good. Like when the teacher's like, that's it, Anderson.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah.
My dad talks about the nuns and the rulers. he talks about it sometimes where I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
How hard did they hit you with the ruler though? How hard?
You're dubious.
Come on.
No, I know. My mother will talk. My mother went to an English school in the 50s. I mean, they just fucking beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like, cool.
They got to murder one student a year.
I get why you'd want to be a teacher back then. And again, it's horrible to beat them. But as far as like if it was permitted in society, you'd be like, I mean.
So what you're saying is the only thing preventing you from being a teacher is that you don't get to physically abuse the children.
That's right.
I'm trying to think of what I'm saying, and I got to be careful.
I think you said it. I think you said it.
Not
you might not want to say it, but you said it. You're like, wouldn't it be amazing though to have been a teacher back then though, and you could just hit kids?
I think teachers should be paid more, and if we're not going to do it. You started with the one a year. Don't come. How dare you?
I didn't say I wanted to do it.
I said
it's a necessary evil that I don't want to participate in at all.
Look. We were hazing and having some fun, and it got a little out of control. Dave, put the goddamn meatball hat on. We need some.
I can't help you out. The meatball moment has passed.
Oh my god, this is tough. Anyway. I support
sure I have
the teachers and teachers unions. Keep going, Dave.
I'm sure I have some other racist stuff around here I could whip out.
We're good.
This room is filled with racist paraphernalia.
Sure. Dave's in a museum.
Okay, so the school board sustains Brown in his treatment of the boy who has been suspended. Brown says he will not let him return unless he makes a public apology. Rucker has hired a lawyer and will try to make trouble for Brown. But it was legal to hit kids. It still is in a lot of states.
I just think it's disgusting, and I just do not support it in any way. And anybody who does that even back then, I think it's aged horribly, and anyone who would be inclined to do that at any point is a problem. And we need to kind of dig into that for them.
But it's cool.
It's not cool. No, it's not. Don't be saying that.
Yeah. So, Alex, can you just grab the clip where Gareth said, like a couple minutes ago, that beating kids, and then just throw it in here?
I don't think that's why.
Why?
I don't think that's what I was saying. Anyway, it's all been misinterpreted. You guys are all woke. You're trying to woke what I didn't say that. You guys are woken me. Mm-hmm. It's just so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
3 sisters made insane. I'm guessing this is going to be a really terrible story about a dude.
Yeah, what's their address? Do we have where they live?
It does not say where they live, sadly. How are they going to get married now? Officers arrived from Saybrook in this county, having in custody 3 young women of that place. Sisters Miss Mary Smith, Mrs. Julia, and Emma Rains, who were suffering insanity of the wildest and most afflicting character. Yeah.
So
are you buying it?
Well, I don't know. There's no details, which I don't love.
Well,
that's it. They just said. Wait. So the whole article just says 3 crazy bitches.
Yeah, 3.
There's more.
Okay.
There's more.
Okay.
They are members of the best families of Saybrook and have lost their reason from attendance upon meetings conducted by advocates and disciples of the doctrine of Christian Science. Christian scientists.
There we go. There it is.
The married sister was the first to embrace the new doctrine and was soon joined by her sisters. All the efforts of the relatives to control them have proved futile, and it became necessary to put them in the county jail there.
Wow.
Well, look, they're Christian Scientists, so we got to just lock them up. I mean, this is fucking nuts.
They Christian so hard.
What's Christian Science? Is that the one they don't take any medicine?
Yeah, you can only, you're healed by God, and it's so Maha. They don't do any medical interventions.
But is there anything else to it? Like, did they say Jesus said this, Jesus said that? Is it just about?
I'm sure there is, but the flashy headline is no medical intervention.
And so they said, no, we don't want any aspirin, and they said, well, then you're going to jail.
Yeah,
that's the only way to fix you.
That seems right to me. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but that seems right.
Yeah, but it's Maha. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is.
It would have been really cool back in the day where you could just put women in prison for no reason. Yeah. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Or deport.
You can quote me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're the
one. That would have been really cool.
Listen, I can't weigh in. I've already dug my own grave.
Christian Science is a Christian denomination founded by Mary Baker Eddy in the 1870s It's based on the idea that the material world is an illusion and the real world is spiritual. Central to Christian Science is the belief that illness and sins are mental errors, not physical problems, and that healing can be achieved through prayer and understanding of God's laws.
I do love when those people die. Like, I mean, not to be horrible, but I love when they say, like, they're like, we're going to let her work it out on her own. And then like a week later, they're like, she passed away. We can't.
I think if the world's an illusion, then they shouldn't be able to be imprisoned. They just walk through those bars.
Oh. Like the Terminator?
Yeah, they're not there.
I'm sure they tried that the first day. They were like,
I'm sure.
I'm starting to think that maybe it is real. At least the prison
material world is hard.
Like, I can't fit through the bars.
Are we saying that Terminators are Christian Scientists?
I think that biblically we've been talking about that for a long time. I don't think we know for sure. I mean, there's so many different interpretations on that. It's like Jesus' last words, I'll be back.
Yep.
That's true.
Remember?
Yeah.
Said that right before he went behind the little rock or whatever.
Yeah. Well, he was dead at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, he was dead, but I still think he kind of shut it. Like, he was like, I'll see you. I
don't think he rolled.
He did. He was goofing around.
He was at that point taken off the cross, and he had been buried into the
100%.
I like the way that you just said it, as if he was like, "I'll be back."
Yeah, well, he did.
I'll be back.
I don't even think he looked at him. He did the behind, like, "I'll be back." Yeah,
I'll be back.
Well, he didn't do the short. He wasn't that dramatic. He was very light and kind of jokey. You know? Like, whatever.
Like either an effeminate Southern guy is how
I'm not. No, you're not. Look, well, I don't know why you guys are trying to cancel me. It's not
I'll be back.
And then when he comes back out, he has confetti. It was a whole thing. You guys remember? It's the New Testament.
No.
I'm writing a testament.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you are.
It's pretty good. A lot of holes.
Yeah, a lot of holes.
A lot of holes.
He wrote insulting letters.
Jesus?
John Long of Porter County was before a United States commissioner Saturday morning for sending through the mails insulting letters to Anna Hatfield, a respectable young lady of Goshen.
Nice.
Well, what'd she do? That's a word.
Right.
Before the court, what did she do?
Good.
I mean, it's good to know that even before YouTube comments, that there was a way for men to just send letters, and that's what it is. That sounds like what it was like.
Exact same. Yeah, These are DMs of the 1890s.
It is just like, kill yourself.
Miss Hatfield, having refused to accept his attentions, Long then addressed her a number of very insulting letters. So she rejected him, and he's like, really? Well, here you go. You're
I love
fat.
it when that
You're
happens.
Fat and stupid.
I love it when that happens. The male instinct is to just prove them right with their action. Like, it's like, nah, I don't love it. It's like, you don't think I'm good enough for you? Now I'm going to harass you and dress you down because I'm a horrid person.
He admitted the authorship of the letters and was sent to the Noblesville jail to await grand jury action.
Why would you admit it?
This is when you could get put in jail for shit DMs. Now Elon gives you an office at Doge.
Sure.
I don't know why would you admit it though? Back then, there's no forensic evidence unless you were just like,
you could just know. You could say someone else wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that evidence? Like, you could just say, I didn't do that. Someone else signed
that's
my
what
name.
I mean. That's like when you could just literally like write a check and be like, hey, this guy gave me $1,000, and the bank could be like, here you go, sir. On your honor. Do you get a lot of crazy DMs, Gianmarco? Do you, like, I would imagine you probably get some people who get pissed off. We get them.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it's nothing compared to, I get as many in a year as a woman probably gets in a day on the internet, So like I get a lot of, but it comes to mean stuff, maybe politically.
Politically is what I mean more than anything. Like,
yeah. I've gotten a couple from like, what do they call me? A capo? A capo?
Oh, you get capo.
Yeah, I get called a capo. I've gotten somebody like, you're not actually Jewish. And which is so crazy because I spent my whole life trying to get away from it. And These Hasidic, I mean, my whole life, Hasidic Jews, they go, are you Jewish? Are you Jewish? And now you change your mind. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You cannot shift course because we disagree about this one thing. It's insane.
Yeah. A lot of our stuff, we think that some right-wing lunatic has just started posting our shit in right-wing chat groups because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like anytime we talk shit on Elon or Trump, it's like we get a lot of like way more views and comments, and they're all just like, and then it's just like the like, you know, I'm going to shoot you in the face sort of stuff for like a few days after. And to
even
be honest,
Elon has people making threats.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you must have gotten into some. It's one of those things. Yeah. If you go under the radar, it's like, you know, I've made fun of Elon for sure, and I've done, you know, stuff about Israel that goes under the radar, but then it just takes that one that everyone sees. Everyone,
there's got to be like some bigger right wing account that just keeps doing it, and we're just happy to have the views, to be honest. But it really is. It's like they just don't.
Do you think they're coming? They're coming here to hate watch it or whatever, and then they hear you say, "I want to hit kids," and they go, "Hold on."
No, because that's
this
not.
Seems like a really good show.
You can't do a callback for something that's going to be cut out. Okay. Okay, it's not even going to make.
Yeah, but then it's not going to make sense why I started calling you Kid Hitter Reynolds from.
And you shouldn't be doing that because now you're just making the edit. Now you're just being anti-editor, which I don't know why you do that.
That's the name of our podcast.
I'm going to AI it into your voice. How about that, asshole?
Great. It's called History Guy Dave. And the Kid Hitter.
Do you think are we at that point? You remember when Trump, not to get you doxxed by this right wing person again, but do you remember like way later, like way after he was president, he was like, maybe that Hollywood Reporter thing was AI ChatGPT. And just throwing it out there, see if anyone bought it, and you're just like, man, oh man,
and it got no traction, and that was
it. Got no traction. He dropped it.
He was like, a lot of people are saying that maybe I didn't even say that, and then everyone was like, you said it, and then like he was like eventually like, all right, we'll quit it. He was workshopping. He's so comic.
He's so good at it. He's working new stuff.
He is.
He's just like doing new material nights, and he knows how to pay attention. The first thing that gets a laugh, he goes, "There's a new slogan." Boom.
Yeah, no, it didn't even work. Like Qatar playing, he's like, "I didn't even think that was a good bit," but the second I said it, it just hit.
Accidentally stabbed his playmate.
Oof, what?
We've all done that.
Jesus Christ. Dark.
Ford Jacobs, age 16, the son of a prominent merchant, was stabbed to the heart by Ellis Adams, same age, and died almost instantly. The boys were at play, and the stabbing was accidental.
This is the same guy who wrote the mob article where he's like, his crime is goofing around. He stabbed the guy in the heart, and he's like, but they were mucking. You ever play make-em-ups? They were funning in the yard.
They're like Alice went on to become a journalist who's actually writing this very article right now.
Oops, I slipped into first person.
How do you stab
playmate? At 16, you can't have playmates anymore.
All the way in the heart.
Through the heart.
To punch it through is so fucking hard.
To kill someone through the heart is not easy. No.
You got to go through you got to go through the rib. It's not like there's
the rib
space.
Canal. You can use the terms. Go ahead.
Yeah, the rib canal.
You get it.
Well, you know it from hitting kids. You know what the terms are.
What are we doing? Why are we doing it? It's just wasted time.
The weapon was a small pen knife, and the wound little more than a puncture.
Come on, it doesn't take much.
It's like it takes
the heart
to instantly die. Instantly die?
Did he instantly die?
He said instantly.
Okay,
he got killed by an assassin.
I don't know how the body works, honestly.
This is assassin shit.
Though I think that's like the other one says it was instant. No. Oh, you heard him scream. Why did you do this? That was not an accident.
Help! We have time. Help!
Yeah, he killed the other guy. He killed him.
Yeah. But again,
I mean, quite literally.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're not being hyperbolic. His life was taken.
He killed him.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, it's the end of the story.
Jesus Christ.
I love how short these articles
Yeah, that is like,
I know.
you're really getting like, a friend killed his friend with a penknife. Like, anyway, tire sale.
It must have been such a huge like change in newspapers when someone realized like we can do continued on next page.
Oh God, the confusion.
Yeah,
the confusion when it was like 2.
What the fuck?
Go to
my
3.
paper's broken.
Wait, I already read this story. What? Continue. What?
Got drunk and were cremated.
Come on.
This is
what? Accidentally?
M. O'Malley and Peter Faley were burned to death here Saturday night at 8:00. O'Malley lived in a little shanty which was located near the railroad track.
Mm-hmm.
The two men mentioned and a third party, name unknown, were on a spree Saturday night. So they're partying.
Sure.
Having a good time.
Yep.
O'Malley and Faley. O'Malley and Faley. Faley, I like. It's better. O'Malley and Faley.
That's a nice rhyme.
O'Malley and Faley repaired to the shanty about 9:00 in the evening and retired. During the night, one of the men, while yet under the influence of liquor, must have turned on more gas.
I like the way that, and if burning alive is cremation at any point, because this is a shanty fire.
I was really expecting a guy to pass out, and then they were like, "I think he's dead," and burn him.
They cremated him, but no, they. So
now, what could have been a great story has been hijacked.
Agreed.
By words.
This was a feel-good story. Yep. Wow. You just described the New York Times.
The overpressure set fire to the building and it burned to the ground together with its occupants. And one guy, they don't even know one guy's name. They're like, well, good luck figuring that guy out.
One guy turned the gas on in the shanty.
Mm-hmm.
And then now they're all dead.
And then the overpressure set fire to the building, which I'm not sure is a thing.
Sure. Well, it was also a shanty a minute ago. And I didn't picture a shanty like a shed.
It's like a little shitty shed. Yeah. Right. It's made out of different types of wood and they usually use human skin as the roof.
All right. Stop helping, I guess.
A man or woman now living no man or woman now living will ever date a document without using the figure 9. It now stands in the 3rd place, where it will remain 10 years. It will then move up to the 2nd place, 1900, and there will rest 100 years. So they had pot back then.
What?
And my bro just smoked it and was like,
2 stories ago, a guy killed another guy with a penknife.
Well, now we're on to 9s.
That sounds like the editor was like, we need another story. Yeah. And they said, at some point the 9 is different.
I have a theory that we're all going to be using the 9 and that's good. What is that? Is that? You muted. Probably for the best, but still.
I get it.
What are you saying?
I was just going to say, I mean, he's right. But it's not a news story.
No. Well, what does he even say?
We lived. Oh, I was going to say we lived through that. I guess we didn't because the 9 didn't move to. I was like, we lived in the 90s.
Oh,
yes, we did. We're past 9. We're post 9.
Well, we lived in the 2000s.
So the
2, and then the 0.
Yeah.
It didn't move. It was always there.
No, the 2. It's the 2 now. The 2 took over from the 9. 2 is the new 9.
2 is the new 9.
Brutal.
A woman is woman's worst enemy. Guys,
amen, brother. I was saying it for years.
I'm out.
Woman on woman crime. We never talk about the woman on woman crime.
We don't. We really don't. And it's a thing.
I feel like the right way, you're right. The right wing group, when they see this, they're like, these guys are all right. I don't hate these guys. I mean, they're off on Elon, but they get it.
In a civilized way, some of them seem to have declared war on themselves. For every time she strikes a blow at another woman, it is done with a moral boomerang that comes back and hits the offender.
This is just absolutely like to think that 1890s a woman is the enemy of another woman in the 1890s. That's the problem.
It's other women, yeah.
Yeah. As opposed to guys who are like, no pants. Women can't wear pants.
A man does not, with a cold eye and critical bearing, stare at the made-over dress or ask personal questions that make the tears come to somebody's eyes and cause a sharp pain in somebody's heart. Men, okay, so...
Hasn't every story before this been men committing horrible crimes?
Okay, maybe. That's different.
They're the victims of that situation. They had to.
Yeah, but not with the vicious words. You know what I mean? Like men are more caring.
We literally read an article about a man who wrote mean words to a woman and mailed it to her.
One time.
Yeah, I mean, he was exploring.
It's a nature nurture.
Yeah, he was
it's
also
a
trying to be artistic. And,
it's a whole, that guy, we don't know much. We just only heard a slice of that story. She could have been awful.
She didn't have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
True.
So.
Women fight with each other all together too much with the needle of envy, hatred, malice, and uncharitableness dipped in the poison of scandal.
Hey, did a guy write this article? Do you have a name there? You do. Oh, that's weird. Shocking.
This is so vague. This is so vague.
I know. He's just all it was. In many ways, paperback thens were just like white dudes' journals, and it was just kind of them just overall just being like, yeah.
Yeah,
I just like to say to your wife, like, "Hey, honey, look at this article over here." Oh my God!
Look at that. That's why it was written, just for guys to be like, "Look at that! Yeah. You are awful." Honey. Did you know how bad you all are?
There's a lot of divorced dad energy to 1800s papers.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
a lot. Yeah. A very peculiar animal.
The woman. A cantini of Fargo, North Dakota has a curiosity in an animal about the size of a rat and a tan terrier. I think that's the guy's name. A cantini.
Oh.
A cantini? Yeah. Oh, we're probably an Italian fella.
Easy does it, Dave.
What? I said it all right.
Take it easy, buddy.
Well, we're book.
No.
What's the fucking? Can't even think of the word.
Book ending.
Yeah, we're bookending.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We're probably gonna get some racism here.
Use a book term and not be able to piece it together.
It is not great, is it?
I mean, it's possible. We're going to turn the thing that's in a book. What the fuck is that thing? Jesus Christ. The paper. The book paper. The shit in the book that you flip. Fuck. You got one more in you, David?
I'm still doing this one.
Oh, sorry.
Has a curiosity in an animal about the size of a rat and tan terrier. So this guy, he has an animal. It is a
Why
cross
not call it a rat terrier?
Or a tan, no. It's a cross between a rat, a pig, and a kangaroo. All right.
Stop.
What are we doing?
Well, that is like the first, they do say the first time the guy picked up the platypus, he thought like someone was pranking him. The first, like,
is that true?
Yeah, the first time an Australian guy picked up a platypus, he was like, "All right, who's trying to pull one over? What is it?"
That's the craziest animal on earth.
It's up there.
It's a beak on a otter. It's fucking nuts.
It's not okay.
Can you play with them, or are they like? I read that they're like poisonous.
I think you can't touch them, actually, now that you say it. I do think
they're poisonous?
Yes, I don't think you're supposed to touch them. Which also
kidding?
makes that guy think it was a prank the first time he picked it up. He's I'm quite woozy.
Oh, I'm dying from the duck. From the purple duck, I'm dying.
Someone putting a bill on an order. Trey's gone.
I can't believe I know it lays eggs, but
yeah, and the eggs is not helpful in the whole thing it's
oh shit.
Yeah, right.
The spurs of a mature adult male are designed to inject venom produced by paired glands located in the upper thigh. Platypus venom is a clear.
If you pick one up.
Yeah,
definitely going up.
Platypus venom is a clear, sticky fluid containing a different suite of active compounds.
He's got the mouth of a duck and the cum of a man.
The mouth of the duck and the cum of the Weinstein. The first time the guy picked it up, he thinks it's fake, and then it's like, come on him, and he's like, what? And then he dies. What a life. What an end. Fuck.
Okay, by the way of compromise, it is called the Honduras rabbit. Okay, what are you guys doing?
It's just knocking on the door of racist every chance.
Which it the least resembles. It was brought from Honduras.
No shit.
Oh, you know what? Do you think it's the capybara thing?
I can't even picture the things you've said so far. Me trying to imagine it I stopped trying.
Mr. Cantini keeps his pet in a large cage, occasionally letting it out for exercise when it scampers about the rooms, hunting dark corridors to hide in when strangers are around.
This is...
Well, it's like a cat. It's a cat.
Wrong. No, this is like what... Yeah, this is like in Florida where someone just houses something where you're like... This is like Tiger King.
It slices the jacket from the fruit like a patent apple corer, eating only the heart, for which it seems to have a particular penchant. That's it. That's the story. It's got to be a capybara.
That's all I wanted to know, frankly. That's good.
Well, a solid way to end a very strange trip into I want to go to Kalamazoo more than I did before this paper, I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. So
it's upsetting.
It's not good.
But my understanding is there's no women left.
Why would there be? Well, that's it, Gianmarco. So thank you for joining us. How do you
feel?
Yeah, thoughts on 1890s and
I think it was great. That was a good way to stop the final part of a book series. What do you call that?
Fucking the thing where they do a bunch of them.
Book stop.
Conclusionasium.
Right. The finale zone thing.
The finale zone. Book finale. Final books.
And I don't think this is the last one. We should put the thing that reminds you where you're going to start.
You have the book start.
To start the book, the beginning part.
And then you have the reverse the start
book start and stoppers.
Right. And then you go to the book rental.
The
Trotzkub. Either way, 3 straight whites doing the work of gods on this show.
That's right.
People could just Google you and go watch you on tour in Europe for a month.
Very funny comedian. Very funny.
Really funny. Very funny. You're one of the few people on Twitter who's still finding ways to crush. Yep, funny. So a great follow, a great guest.
People say about me, they say I have the moves of a flamingo and the cum of a fully grown man.
That's right.
See, I thought there might be a twist, but there you go. That's good. The twist is no twist. Thank you for joining us, man. Very appreciative.
Thanks, guys.